Hey, everyone, Alex here. And before we jump right into this massive update, I need to pause for just one quick second. I have been looking at the numbers, and I can see that most of you who are watching my videos every single week are not subscribed yet. If you are enjoying these Kansas City Chiefs updates, if you want to stay on top of every injury report, every roster move, and every breaking story, then please do me a quick favor, hit that subscribe button right now and join this amazing community. It really helps the channel grow. And trust me, you do not want to miss what is coming next. All right, let us get straight into it, because this one has been on every Chiefs fan mind. Patrick Mahomes may have just unveiled a brand new weapon. And the big question is, can the Los Angeles Chargers actually do anything to contain this Chiefs firepower? Because if this plays out the way it is looking right now, the NFC West might not even be a fair fight anymore. Now, whenever you talk about Mahomes, there is always that feeling of unpredictability. He is the guy who can make an ordinary player look like a superstar just because of his insane ability to extend plays, throw off platform, and create magic out of nothing. But feels different. This time, it feels like Mahomes is not just relying on his greatness alone. He is being paired up with a brand new weapon that could take this offense to an even scarier level. And here is where it gets really interesting. The Chargers, who always seem to give the Chiefs their toughest games, are staring down the barrel of a Chiefs offense that might be deeper and faster than ever. So let us take a closer look. First off, Mahomes has been working with his wide receivers in camp in a way that feels very intentional. We all know last season there were moments when drops and inconsistencies really hurt the offense. There were times when you could see the frustration on Mahomes' face. But now, the Chiefs may have finally found the guy who can open up their field-stretch defenses and give Travis Kelce the breathing room he has not had in years. Chiefs Kingdom, you know exactly who I am talking about. The new weapon that defenses might not be ready for. And here is the thing: every time Mahomes adds a new piece to his arsenal, it is almost unfair. Remember when Tyreek Hill was flying down the field and defensive coordinators were pulling their hair out, trying to keep up? This feels like one of those moments again. And if you are a Chargers fan, or even just an FC West fan, you are probably asking yourself, how in the world do you stop this? Do you stack the box and risk Mahomes burning you deep? Do you drop back into coverage and risk Isaiah Pacheco running wild? That is the nightmare the Chargers are walking into. Let us talk about the Chargers for a second, because they are not just some random team. Whenever Mahomes faces the Chargers, it is always a battle. Justin Herbert usually plays his best football against Kansas City, and defensively the Chargers have invested a lot into trying to slow Mahomes down. But here is the problem: they have tried everything. They have gone with heavy blitzes. They have tried disguising coverages. They have tried sitting back in zone. And Mahomes over and over has found ways to break them. Now imagine Mahomes having another deep threat, another speedster who can punish any mistake. That is why this is so scary. Because with Travis Kelce still dominating the middle of the field, with Rashee continuing to grow into his role, and now with this new weapon emerging, the Chiefs' offense suddenly looks like it is back to being unstoppable. And that is before we even talk about Andy Reid dialing up those creative plays that make defenses look silly. Here is where it gets fun to think about. Picture this: Mahomes lines up here, has got Kelce lined up tight, Rice out wide, Pacheco in the backfield, and the defense is thinking, okay, we know where this is going. But then, boom, Mahomes hits the new weapon streaking down the sideline for a 40-yard gain. That is the kind of play that completely changes the game plan for defenses, because once you have to respect that deep ball again, everything else opens up Pacheco. Runs get easier, Kelce has more room underneath. And Mahomes, well, he just gets to be Mahomes dancing around extending plays and making magic happen. And if you are the Chargers, what exactly do you do? Do you trust your corners to go one-on-one? Do you bring extra safety help? Because here is the truth, every time you adjust. To take away one part of this Chiefs offense, Mahomes just punishes you somewhere else. That is the greatness of this guy. And adding this new weapon might be the spark that reignites that explosive big play version of the Chiefs that we saw during their Super Bowl runs now. I know some of you are thinking, Alex, the Chargers have some serious talent on defense. They have got Joey Bosa. They have got Khalil Mack. They have got Derwin James. Surely they can do something to slow this down, right? And my answer is maybe for a drive, maybe for a half, but for a full 60 minutes. History tells us otherwise. The Chiefs have consistently found ways to adjust. And when Mahomes gets hot, there is not a single defense in this league that has fully shut him down. Let me ask you guys this because I really want to know your thoughts. Do you honestly believe the Chargers can contain Mahomes and this new Chiefs offense? Or are we about to see another chapter in the story of Mahomes owning the AC West? Drop your thoughts down in the comments because I love reading your takes and seeing how you guys break this down. Now let us zoom out for just a second because this is not just about one matchup. This is about what this means for the entire season. If Mahomes and this new weapon connect the way we think they will the Chiefs might not just be the favorites to win the AFC West. They might be the favorites to repeat as Super Bowl champs again. And that is saying something because we already know how hard it is to go back to back in this league. But if there is any quarterback who can do it, it is Patrick Mahomes. Think about it, the defense is already solid. The offensive line is still protecting him well. And now the offense has that vertical threat that was missing at times last year. It is like the puzzle pieces are finally coming together. And when you give Mahomes all the tools he needs, we all know what happens. Highlight plays, comeback, wins, and moments that leave fans shaking their heads in disbelief. And speaking of fans, I have got to say this Chiefs kingdom, this is the perfect time to get hyped because as good as Mahomes has been, he might just be entering a new phase of his career. A phase where he is not only the most talented quarterback in the league, but also the most experienced, the most battle-tested, and the most dangerous. When the game is on the line and adding new weapons only makes him scarier. So the Chargers, yeah, they will come in with a game plan. They will probably throw everything at Mahomes, but when the dust settles, I just do not see how they can contain this firepower for 4 full quarters. Because when Mahomes has that look in his eyes, when Andy Reid is cooking up plays, and when the Chiefs receivers are actually catching the ball consistently, it is game over for almost anybody. And that is why I am so excited for this matchup. It is not just another AFC West game. It is a chance to see Mahomes showcase this brand new weapon, and it is a chance to see if the Chargers can rise to the challenge, or if they are just going to be another stepping stone on the Chiefs' path to another deep playoff run. All right, guys, that is going to wrap it up for today's video. But let me say this before I go, if you enjoyed this breakdown, if you are as hyped about this new Chiefs weapon as I am, then please make sure you hit that like button. And if you have not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Join the family because we are dropping Chiefs news updates and breakdowns every single week. And I promise you, you do not want to miss it. This is Alex signing off. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you all in the next one.